FTFM, Fix That Friggin' Machine Garage. Okay, here we are, about to put the gas tank in tomorrow. But for now, I did a dry test, dry run, and so I got an all-car battery, and I just simulated this thing being in the tank right here. It'll be grounded to that, and then those big straps right there, they're bolted to this tank, and then that's bolted to the frame of the car. And that seemed to be good enough ground for them, but I'm going to run another ground. I'm going to run one of those braided ones from there right to the frame to make it better. And to test this gas gauge sending unit. It's not a fuel sending unit. It's the fuel sending unit. It doesn't have that. It's a mechanical fuel pump in the car. It took me forever to put it on, remember? Okay, I wanted to bench test this so I knew it worked because it's a fit haul. It's a universal one that I had to cut an inch off both of these ends with a hacksaw to get it skinny enough to fit down this hole, or it touched. Then by looking further into it, when I looked in there with the light, there's a ridge that goes all the way along there. Maybe, I guess it's a splash ridge or something. So when I put this in there, and if I had went like this way, it never would have worked. This has to go in here. When it goes up and down, I'm going to have to cut this to get it all the right length. But anyway, to check this out, so you can see I got this gauge here. So if I push on this thing with my finger, see the gauge comes down, right? And when I push on this, it goes up. Goes all the way to full. So what I want to do, see that there? It went right to full, or almost to full. So what they tell you to do to adjust it is, when this is all the way empty, you don't want to have it all the way empty. You want it to say it's empty, but you still got a couple of gallons in there for like a reserve thing. And then the same as full. Instead of when it's full like that, you want to leave a little room at that end too. I don't really know how much it matters for me. I'm going to drive it into town back and forth, maybe down to Barrie, maybe to Burles Creek, but 6-cylinder with, and this here is a monster tank. I think it's 12 or 14 gallons. So, I mean, what do you get? What are you going to get out of this? 30 miles to the gallon, 40? I don't know what they get. But you know what I mean? It's going to go pretty friggin' good. So the thing I wasn't doing right all the whole times before was I wasn't grounding this out, simulating, because when this is down on this hole there, it's grounded. So I kept forgetting to put a ground on there and run it over to the ground of the battery. Then I just run it live over to the back here. So I should have used color coordination, but the yellow one's the live goes to the plus sign on there. I got a white one going to the ground, and then I got another ground going to that there, and then I got that other white one going to there to give it power to send through to the bottom of that, because I couldn't figure out how to work an ohm meter, or none of these ohm meters, they don't work, or maybe they're old or they're broken, I don't know, but I know. I got continuity when I had this on there, but it was just scrambled. But at least I knew I had continuity going through there, which is good. So anyway, so there you go, right? So you run out of gas, the gauge comes down, and it's got that big plunger thing on it like this here. Right, so it'll be stuck in there, and it'll go up and down with the flow of the gas. It looks weird when you do it like that. Look at it. Looks like it. Here, I'll do it closer. Looks like it's rubber. Anyway, so that's very, very good. It took me a long time to figure that out because my brain don't work anymore. I tried to think, but nothing happens. Hey, Mo. Hey, Larry. I tried to think, but nothing happens. Anyway, I got that going. So now, tonight, I'm going to put this all in there with the gaskets. And they say the screws are shitty, but I don't know. I got to take a look. And put the big cap that goes on there, put it on there. And then that'll let that sit overnight. And then, but first, I'm going to rinse this tank out. They say there might be a mouse or a moth in there. So I'll just rinse that with gas and then shove it up your ass pipe. And there we go. There we go. So keep your stick in the ice. Right hand crank, no rounds.